All right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier iHypnosis life healer coach, and your personal guide. Today's topic is maybe a little tough for some of you, if especially if you're going through something right now. And as I was getting ready to record the pod, I was just thinking about what is the theme of our pod today. And what came to me was, in our lives, getting lost is part of the process. So let's spend a little bit of time together, and let me share with you some of my frames, three simple frames that I look at, when you think about life, when you think about getting lost. And the first one, of course, is tough before effortless. Now, I'm saying this because normally we say tough before it gets easy, but the truth is, we're not really talking so much about easy as much as effortless. So, anything that you're dealing with in your life, maybe right now it's a tough phase that you're going through, but just remember, it gets tough before it becomes effortless. And by that I mean, maybe you're dealing with a health challenge, maybe you're dealing with, the could be the loss of a loved one or someone who's going through, medical situation in their life, and so it can feel tough because you're here, you're stuck, possibly, or so you tell yourself, and it feels like you're stuck. And so, when you actually think about it as being, you know, life being tough before it becomes effortless, then it sort of reframes the whole experience that you're going through. Simply because, life will be the kind of life that you lead where at times it can be tough. But if you see life as effortless, then it takes me to the next point, which is basically we're talking about the ebb and the flow. By that, obviously, I mean that there are times when things look like they're really getting out of hand, but then, just like in nature, there is an ebb and there's a flow. So, whether it's something powerful, something positive, or negative, when you treat it as being an ebb and a flow, things only get better. So, that's just something to reframe in your mind, that let me see my life. What if I saw my life as an ebb and a flow? That means things become like high tide, and then they relax and they become low tide. And because it is ebb and flow, that also means that it's not always going to be, quote unquote, the high of a good time. Because just like, and as much as you have the high of a good time, things kind of start to settle again. And then maybe there's something that comes up. It could be in your life, it could be in the lives of people that matter to you. And it's very easy to either get lost, or it's very easy to, to be stoic about it and say, oh, this is nothing. It's like, I can manage. Right? But on the other hand, if you just treat it as, being effortless, which means it's okay, it's normal for people to go through things in their life, that you have that toughness. This is the third point, which is, having this mantra of this too shall pass. So if you apply this mantra, then whatever it is that you're going through, remember, this too shall pass. If it is the high times, you can smile and say, this too shall pass. If it's the low times, you can smile and say, this too shall pass. So, as always, these pods are an opportunity for me to come and share with you some of my reflections on life, and also for me to remind you, especially as a healer, especially as a coach, that what you're experiencing, what you're going through, it's normal, it's natural, and that whatever it is that you're going through, remember, this too shall pass. As always, I truly appreciate you. I want you to know that I acknowledge you for all that you're doing, whether we've already met or if we haven't met yet. And I really do look forward to seeing you in our community. If you aren't already part of a community, come and experience the joy, the magic that is the iHypnosis life. And of course, if there's any way in which me or folks in the community can be of value to you, of service to you, we would be more than happy to. And of course, as always, I want to say thank you for doing what you do, especially as a healer, especially as a coach. And I also notice this is a new segment that I've included. Um, so I've got Raji who says hi, Sangeeta says hi, and Raji says beautiful, effortless, ebb and flow, and this too shall pass. Yeah, right. So rather than looking at it as tough, you look at it as effortless. So whatever's happening, you just sort of remind yourself effortless. And when you look at life like that, then it's hard to uh, see things as being what someone might say as being reality, but then reality is what we make of it, right? So thank you all for sticking around and tuning in live. uh, Whether we have met or not, they exist exactly, right? So God bless, and of course, as always, look forward to seeing you in the next pod. And having said all of that, remember to live your purpose. God bless, and of course, I'll see you tomorrow.